I enjoyed working in groups and exchanging complex ideas both within our group and other groups. I also liked when we've been given a task and having the freedom to design what we want to achieve that task. The biggest challenge of the competition was having to meet the criteria of the dimension requirements. This motivated us to consider both whether the mechanism fits and also whether it performs its function.
The best part of this challenge has been the freedom to come up with ideas and bring them to life. I love building things and troubleshooting when something goes wrong, especially when a particularly frustrating issue becomes a good bonding opportunity for the rest of our group.
I've really enjoyed programming our robot. Whenever we add any new mechanisms, I get to figure out how to add that function to our robot. I started the year with no programming experience, but I've learned a lot of new things and it became one of my favorite parts of the class. One of the biggest challenges has been programming without the robot. I worked on programming while the others polished off the build of the robot, but since it wasn't finished, I couldn't use it to test my code.
A difficult problem we had to deal with was making a robot that could move in ways that the motor could lift it without breaking or overheating. The way that we resolved many of these issues was either creating gear ratios that would give the motors more power and torque, or in some cases, putting surgical tubing on it to just help the motors out. My favorite part of this challenge has been the free reign we have to build, design, and problem solve. We find the problems ourselves through testing our robot and come up with our own solution, and we get to design and build a robot from the ground up without many restrictions.